People ask me all the time, why do I like living in Santo Domingo? Because most of the time when you hear about people moving to Dominican Republic, it's always the Punta Cana, Puerto Plata, Sosúa, Cabarete, Boca Chica, more like the tourist area. But typically when they ask me that, I pause, because it's not because I don't know the answer, it's because I really don't know where to begin. Do I start with the weather? Do I start with the food? Do I start with the people? Do I start with the opportunities? And the truth is, none of those things by themselves is the reason why I like Santo Domingo. And if I'm being honest, I didn't really fall in love with Santo Domingo overnight. The city actually earned it one ordinary day at a time. When I bought my one-way ticket here to Dominican Republic, I thought I knew exactly what I was moving toward. But what I didn't realize is how much this city was gonna quietly change how I thought about life. And today, I wanna tell you guys that story. People a lot of times assume why I moved to Dominican Republic was to escape something, to escape bills, to escape responsibilities, to escape America, to escape work. But that wasn't it. Listen, I wasn't running away from anything. I was running towards something that I just couldn't describe. Back then, I just knew something inside of me kept saying, there has to be a better way to live. Not necessarily a better life, but one that felt more like me. Leaving a career that I built over 25 years, that wasn't easy. Walking away from familiarity, it never is that easy. But somewhere along the way, what I realized is that staying comfortable was costing me more than me taking this risk. And when I look back at it today, I don't look at it as if I was changing countries. I think I was giving myself to become someone different. And one thing I like mostly about Santo Domingo is the city is not trying to impress anyone. It doesn't wake up every morning asking for anybody's approval. It's loud, it's busy, it's definitely imperfect. Sometimes traffic makes absolutely no sense. Sometimes things take longer than expected. And sometimes things just happen on Dominican time. And yet there's something that's incredibly honest about living here in Santo Domingo. Nothing feels like it's manufactured, like it only is here to exist for tourists. Because here, life is happening whether you're watching or not. And I think that's what makes it so refreshing about living here. Living here has taught me things that I really didn't know that I needed to learn. I used to measure my day on how much I can get done, my productivity, how much my work I got finished. My productivity was basically my identity. But here I learned that a good day can be measured by different things. By conversations that last longer than expected. By running into somebody at a cafe. And sometimes taking my daughter out and watching her experience this country as home. Because it is home for her. Sitting outside on my balcony with a cup of coffee or a cigar and not feeling guilty like I'm wasting time. Because we've been taught a program that slowing down means you're falling behind. But when you realize that slowing down can actually show you what you've been missing all along. Because when you move abroad, one thing that you think you're doing, you think you're just simply changing location. But what I really found when I got here was my purpose. My YouTube channel was born here. Relationships that changed my life, they were built here. Business opportunities that I could have never planned found me here. Meeting Milton, my real estate advisor, and building DR Invest and Live, it wasn't like some master strategy. It happened because I was here. And sometimes the biggest opportunities in life don't come because you got a perfect plan. They mostly come by putting yourself in a place where life has room to surprise you. And this city, Santo Domingo, has surprised me over and over again. People sometimes ask me, does Santo Domingo feel like home? And 5 years ago, I probably would have said, not really. But today, I don't even think about it because home is not where you grew up. Sometimes home is a place where your life starts to finally make some sense. It's where your routines become comforting, where your baristas recognize you before you even order, where your neighbors interact with you on a daily basis, where security guards ask about your family, where familiar faces become part of your everyday life. And that one day you wake up and realize, and you say to yourself, I'm no longer visiting. Jay, you're living. And listen, Santo Domingo is not perfect. And I think that's why I love it. Let's keep it real. The traffic can be frustrating. The bureaucracy can test your patience. And the heat, it isn't for everybody. And learning Spanish, it takes effort. Some days are messy. Some days don't go as planned. But perfection has never been what keeps me here. because no place is perfect. Does Santo Domingo has its challenges? Absolutely. Does this place give me a life that's worth living? Absolutely. And that has been my answer every single year that I've been here. You know, sometimes I wonder what my life would have looked like had I not moved here to Dominican Republic. Would I still be happy? Maybe. Would I have found my purpose? Possibly. But I do know this. I would have always wondered, what if? Moving to Santo Domingo didn't solve every problem that I had. I don't think any city can. But it gave me perspective. It gave me freedom. It gave me growth. A community, a different rhythm, and a different definition of success. When people ask me why I love living in Santo Domingo now, I just smile. Because I know they expect me to say things like the Malecon, the ocean behind me, or some of the beaches that are nearby. But instead, you know what I tell them? I talk about the ordinary days that I have living here. Morning coffee with my wife, having conversations that were unplanned, watching this city grow, and being part in building some businesses that I've never imagined. And the one that gives me the most joy of all is raising my daughter here. And it gives you that feeling that you belong, because these ordinary moments that I'm talking about became an extraordinary life. And one thing that I realized over the years, that happiness, it doesn't all arrive at one time. It quietly sneaks into your life through thousands of small moments. Until that one day you wake up and you look around and you realize this is where I'm supposed to be. So guys, if you're interested in moving into Dominican Republic, I created what I call the DR Cost of Living Calculator. Links in the video description below. And if you want to be a part of an amazing community, I created what I call the DR VIP Network. Guys, the links in the video description below. Every month we have live calls weekly. You can ask me anything. We talk real estate investing. We talk about business. We talk about earning money online. Links in the video description. Join the community. And also I got 2 newsletters, Live Your Best Life newsletter and DR Real Estate Insider newsletter. Links to both of those are also in the video description below. And until then, guys, always keep your goals at the forefront of your mind. Always live in the present, because that's the only way you're gonna live your best life. And I'm out. Peace.